Johnson's survival sent shockwaves through both air forces. American pilots suddenly looked at their P-47s differently. The bulky, ungainly fighter had absorbed damage that would have destroyed 3 Spitfires and brought its pilot home alive. German intelligence, reviewing combat reports from multiple pilots who had witnessed the event, initially refused to believe it. One Abwehr analysis from July 1943 stated, "Report of P-47 surviving multiple 20mm cannon hit and continued flight over extended distance must be exaggerated for morale purposes. No aircraft can sustain documented damage and remain airworthy." But testimony from multiple Luftwaffe pilots, including the pilot who had emptied his ammunition into Johnson's aircraft, confirmed the impossible. The P-47 could take punishment that no other fighter could survive. And that changed everything. By July 1943, American pilots were flying the P-47 the way it was meant to be flown. Colonel Zemke's tactical doctrine had spread throughout the P-47 groups. The results were immediate and dramatic. The key was altitude. P-47s would climb to 30,000 feet, sometimes 32,000 feet, before combat. At that altitude, the turbo-supercharged R-2800 engine was producing full-rated power. German fighters at 30,000 feet were struggling. The Messerschmitt Bf-29's engine was gasping for air. The Focke-Wulf W-90's BMW 801 Radial was barely able to maintain altitude, let alone climb or maneuver. When German fighters assembled to attack American bomber formations at 25,000 feet, they found P-47s 5,000 to 7,000 feet above them, positioned in the sun. Then the Thunderbolts would roll inverted and dive. At full power, a P-47 diving from 30,000 feet could reach 500 miles per hour, sometimes 500 mph in ideal conditions. German fighters, even diving, couldn't exceed 400 mph before encountering compressibility issues. The P-47 was faster going down than anything in the Luftwaffe inventory. At the bottom of the dive, with tremendous speed, the P-47 pilot would line up a German fighter and fire. The ballistics were devastating. 8 Browning M25C caliber machine guns, each firing 750 rounds per minute. Combined rate of fire, 6,000 rounds per minute. 100 half-inch bullets every second. At convergence distance, typically set at 300 yards, all 8 gun barrels' ballistic paths intersected in a zone roughly 6 feet in diameter. Anything in that zone faced 100 projectiles per second, each traveling at 2,900 feet per second, each weighing 1.6 ounces. A 1-second burst put 100 rounds into a target area the size of a large table. A 2-second burst, standard practice, put 200 rounds into that space. German pilots who survived attacks described it not as being shot at, but as flying into a wall. Lieutenant Heinz Nock, who would survive the war with 33 victories, encountered the new P-47 tactics in August 1943. His combat diary entry from August 19th, attacked by P-47s from above while we were positioning for bomber attack. They came down like hammers from heaven, faster than we could react. Lieutenant Gerhardt's aircraft simply exploded, not shot down but destroyed in the air, pieces falling everywhere. Before I could turn to engage, they were already 2,000 meters above us, climbing away. Our few W-190s could not follow. This is something new.